Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, we're going to take a closer look at the teacher shortage that the state is now facing.
Plus, it's getting more difficult to get a COVID-19 test here in Lincoln. But first,
in the first 18 days at Bryan, we've had 20 deaths, so more than one per day.
An update tonight on rising COVID cases and the strain it's putting on local hospitals. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. Local health officials again sounding the alarm on rising Omicron cases here locally.
They've seen record high weekly case counts for the last 2 weeks.
The number of new cases continues to increase rapidly. This chart shows new cases by week, and you can see the sharp increase since the beginning of the year. Over a 3-week period, the number of new cases increased from 982 the week ending December 25th to over 4,400 last week ending January 15th. This is an increase of more than 350%.
And with more cases comes more people hospitalized, from 113 on December 25th to 134 on January 15th. Already this month, there have been 20 COVID deaths in Lancaster County, including 6 people who were under the age of 55. The county risk dial remains in the red severe risk category, and the mask mandate goes until February 11th. Meanwhile, the demand for COVID testing remains high.
But now Lincoln's biggest testing site is shutting their tent again due to the cold weather. Channel 8's Alexa Skaneski joins us live with that story. Alexa?
Yeah, that's right, Ron Megan. It's been awfully quiet here at the Nomi Health Testing Center behind Gateway Mall. You know, just a few weeks ago, we saw hour-long lines, and today, not much at all.
Just when we thought it could not get harder to find a COVID test, it got worse. Lincoln's biggest testing site, Nomi Health, behind Gateway Mall, is closed Wednesday and Thursday this week due to the extreme cold weather.
That's at least probably 500 to 900 tests a day that we're not able to offer. So it's really important for them to try and find a solution.
This comes after Nomi Health, the Utah-based company, was shut down this weekend due to frigid temperatures and road conditions from the winter storm. The Lincoln-Lancaster County Health Department says they have discussions with Nomi Health sometimes 2 to 3 times a day.
I just, again, reached out to them right before I came down here to find out what their plan is to address this so that they can remain open and be available to our community. I haven't checked all the weather situation in Utah, but apparently not understanding what Nebraska winters are like when we can be 62 one day and, 20 the next has been a problem.
Another local testing spot has changed gears. Bryan Health urgent care clinics are now requiring appointments to get a COVID test or be seen at their 3 locations in Lincoln. The health department says they're working with Bryan and other medical clinics, adding more antigen tests to them. Another option by appointment only is the new testing center at the corner of Antelope Valley Parkway and O Streets. That location just opened up late last week by the health department. At-home COVID tests are always an alternative if you can find them.
We know from talking with retailers is that as soon as they come in, they're sold out. But I do know you can go online and order them. Somebody I was just talking to yesterday morning ordered 24 and should receive them this week. So that's something that people can look into.
The health department says they're continuing to look at more testing options within the community. They hope within the next 10 days they'll have more information for you. Reporting in Lincoln, Alexa Skaneski, Channel 8 News.
Yeah, it sounds like people need to be patient. Thank you so much, Alexa. And I know you have more testing information on your story on KLKNTV.com. And speaking of testing, the health department has made some updates to the city's COVID dashboard.
They now have a test turnaround page. It shows the average turnaround times for different tests at different locations throughout the city.
This is the average number of days between when a person was tested and when their test results were reported to the health department.
You can find that chart and more information under the testing section on the COVID-19 dashboard. UNL is saying students who have tested positive should not get another PCR test for 90 days unless symptoms return.
The university says any negative result from additional testing will not change the need to isolate or change the length of isolation. They also warn that extra testing is wasteful at a time when resources around the country are very limited. The Husker women's basketball game at Rutgers tomorrow night has been postponed.
Officials say it's due to health and safety concerns within the Nebraska program. The Huskers had 1 player and 2 staff members out of last Sunday's game while following COVID safety protocols. If the game is not rescheduled, it will be deemed a no contest. And COVID is causing chaos among our local schools.
Several of them are closed today or will close later in the week to help slow the spread of the virus. Wahoo Elementary will be closed for the rest of the week. It says it's because of staffing and safety issues. Beatrice Public Schools will be closed Thursday and Friday because of a lack of staff.
Hastings Public Schools will be closed on Monday of next week. Other school districts, including LPS and Grand Island, will be shortening school weeks to 4 days to combat the spread. And another reason LPS is not having class on Fridays for a few weeks is because of staffing shortages.
And Channel 8's Nathan Grieve tells us replacements are not easy to find.
In some states like Kansas, the requirements to substitute teach have been temporarily lowered. In Nebraska, though, we've still got the usual standards.
You have to submit evidence of human relations training. That's one thing. Also, for a local subpermit, then, you do have to have 60 hours of college credit with credit in education-related coursework.
A college education is a start, but then you need that special training. So how do you get that if you've long since graduated?
Here at UNK, we offer a 1 credit hour online human relations training course. Because ours is offered through teacher education, we do fulfill both requirements for human relations training and then the education-related coursework.
Here's the kicker, though. You might already have taken care of that without realizing it.
It was kind of funny how it worked out for my husband because, of course, we graduated a long time ago, but he had coached and they asked him to get his coaching endorsement. Well, as part of that, we didn't even think about it. He had taken this human relations class like back in 2007. It wasn't the same like call number, course number. So I called Midland. Oh yeah, it used to be this course number. And so he had already had it since 2007. We didn't even know it. He could have been subbing.
So if you want to help, dust off the old transcript because you might qualify after all. Reporting in Lincoln, Nathan Grieve, Channel 8 News.
And we do want to let you know, starting this Friday, Marcus Theaters will be offering showtimes that require proof of vaccination at the Lincoln Grand Cinema.
Vaccine-only shows will be available for 2 shows a day and will be clearly marked on the website and Marcus Theaters app. Guests attending these shows will be asked to present a vaccination card or a photo of the card.
Heard a lot about COVID. Let's talk about the flu. State health officials are reporting the first flu deaths of the season. 4 people have died from the flu, all over the age of 50. One of them had a confirmed case of flurona. You've probably heard of that. It's a combination of the flu and COVID-19. Some changes at UNL and its community service officers.
Community service officers act as the eyes and ears for the UNL Police Department. And starting this semester, they have new outfits. Campus police reviewed a survey asking students about their feelings about safety on campus. Some students feel that the CSOs were overzealous in trying to enforce violations in residence halls. The UNLPD chief says this led them to implement the new uniforms. It's a first since 2011.
Well, you know, Johnny warned us last night that it was going to start getting colder. When we left here, boy, golly, it sure felt like it.
It did, and the winds were starting to howl overnight, and they've been throughout the day. Temperatures at times this afternoon running almost 50 degrees cooler than 24 hours ago. A big shock to the system for sure. You can see even as of this hour, temperatures are ranging anywhere from 35 degrees to 45 degrees cooler than 24 hours ago, meaning right now it's 14 degrees in Lincoln. It's 11 degrees in Columbus, it's 17 in Hebron, and 14 degrees in Grand Island. Now the daytime high actually came in at 29 degrees. That's because that happened at midnight, and the temperatures have been dropping throughout the day. This afternoon we topped out at 18 degrees, at least for an afternoon high temperature. Winds continue to howl out of the north, gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour. That is giving us wind chills right now of 3 below in Lincoln. It's down down to 6 below in Columbus. It feels like 6 below in York, and it feels right at 0 in Beatrice. Skies are beginning to clear. If you're in the southern part of the state or the extreme southern part of the state, you still have some clouds overhead, but as we go through the next couple hours, those skies will continue clearing out there. By 6 o'clock, 12 degrees, 10 degrees by 8, and 8 degrees by 10 o'clock tonight. Clearing skies will allow us to see the space station flying overhead. We'll talk more about that. Also, just how cold tomorrow morning is. Just a hint, it's going to be colder than this morning. We'll have the details on that coming up in my Storm Alert Team forecast.
All right, thank you, John. National news now. The U.S. Senate is debating voting rights legislation ahead of a key vote tonight.
With Republicans opposing the bill, Democrats are trying to pass it by changing the Senate's rules. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze is in Washington.
In a long-shot effort that appears doomed to fail, Senate Democrats are set to hold a vote to advance voting rights legislation by changing the rules of the Senate.
If the Senate cannot protect the right to vote, protect the cornerstone of our democracy under the existing rules, then the Senate rules must be reformed.
Up for debate is legislation that would make Election Day a federal holiday, expand early and mail-in voting, and allow the Justice Department to police potential voter discrimination. Democrats say the bill is a critical response to new laws in at least 19 states, most with GOP-led legislatures. The nonpartisan Brennan Center says these laws make it harder for people to vote.
We face a coordinated and relentless campaign to limit Americans' constitutional right to vote.
With Republicans united in their opposition to the bill, Democrats are trying to pass it by changing the Senate's 60-vote requirement for this one vote only.
Once we head down that slippery slope, the legislative filibuster is gone.
Changing the filibuster rule is a move opposed by all GOP senators and at least 2 Democrats, Senators Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin. That means tonight's vote is all but certain to fall short.
For those who feel that the filibuster is a good thing, isn't the protection of voting rights the most fundamental wellspring of this democracy more important?
Before we part ways tonight, all 100 of us will have marked our legacies in permanent ink.
At a conference here in Washington, mayors from some of the country's biggest cities said now is not the time to play politics with every American's right to vote. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
Still to come on the news tonight, violent acts of crime are on the rise in many cities across the U.S.
And why that has experts focusing on homelessness and mental health. We'll be right back.
The big in-stock winter blowout sale is on at Slumberland Furniture. Get year-end savings on everything in stock. Over 20 different sofas in stock and ready to go. Over 50 accent chairs and recliners too. In-stock items can be in your home really fast, even just a few days in some areas. Plus, save an extra 30% off all clearance items in store. Huge store-wide savings. Everything is on sale and shipping is free. The big in-stock winter blowout at Slumberland Furniture.
When you are hearing impaired, family get-togethers can cause feelings of isolation and frustration. Audiologist Roy Christensen can help you with your hearing needs. Don't be left out of the conversation. Call Christensen Hearing Analytics and make your appointment today.
On the Pillin farm, Dad taught us, do what's right, do the best you can, and treat others the way you want to be treated. Those values turned our tenant farm and a few pigs into one of America's top pork producers, creating over 1,000 Nebraska jobs. I'm Jim Pillin. Hard work, honesty, and faith in God. As your governor, I'll put those values to work every day.
I'm a club volleyball player, and I'm pretty good at it. You know, ball's in the corner, and I fling myself, and I get it up, and everybody's cheering. It just feels so good. But when my feet hurt, it sucks. And it feels like both my sides are just like coming up, and they're just ripping the middle of it. I told my mom, and she took me into Good Feet, and now I could just run without thinking that my foot's tearing in half. It's way better. My name's Taylor, and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Sopatopia, Lincoln's newest state-of-the-art fusion-powered car wash tunnel, has 6 fusion levels to erase those pesky bugs and hard-to-get grimy spots, leaving your car squeaky clean. Add a ceramic coating and add a molecular-level 3-layer durable shield that repels dirt, droppings, contaminants, and water for a superior, longer-lasting shine. But what really makes Sopatopia the best car wash in town is how cool you're going to feel after.
Let's go again! You're beautiful.
Her name was Carole King. Her story is Beautiful, the Tony and Grammy Award-winning musical. Beautiful.
Now on crime spikes in some of America's largest cities.
Shocking acts of deadly violence in LA and New York have raised concerns about crime, homelessness, and mental health. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
Los Angeles police are looking for this man, wanted for allegedly stabbing 24-year-old UCLA grad student Brianna Kupfer to death. She was working alone at a furniture store.
This individual responsible for this vicious, senseless, and brutal crime. It walks amongst us.
Authorities are now offering a $250,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of Sean Laval Smith. Police say you can see him here on surveillance video shopping at a local convenience store just minutes after Kupfer's death. Police believe Smith is homeless and attacked Kupfer at random.
She was genuine, she's loving, and she wanted things to be better.
That same day, a 70-year-old nurse, Sandra Shells, was waiting for a bus in downtown Los Angeles when she was attacked and killed by a different man who police also believe was homeless. And in New York City, police say this homeless man, Simon Marshall, confessed to pushing 40-year-old Michelle Go in front of a subway train in Times Square. She was killed. Marshall charged with second-degree murder. The attack reportedly random.
Why? I got a gun!
Family and friends holding a vigil in Go's honor. She was an advocate for the homeless.
I know Michelle lived her life to the fullest.
But are the homeless any more dangerous than anyone else? According to LAPD open data, about 10% of the city's nearly 400 homicides in 2021 had a homeless suspect. But experts stress there is no national data suggesting that the homeless commit more acts of violence than the general population. And advocates for the homeless say people in that community are often the victims of crime.
I think it's important that we go back to providing more services for mentally ill individuals, particularly the homeless.
And as for that attack in New York, prosecutors say Marshall will undergo a psychiatric evaluation. They're still working to determine whether this attack was racially motivated. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
If you've been paying attention to our forecast for many days, today was not a surprise. It was a very chilly day. This morning was chilly. Wind chills this morning got as low as 7 degrees below zero in Lincoln, with the temperature dropping down to 13 degrees at one point this morning. We started rising a little bit as we went through the afternoon, only making it up to 18 degrees during the afternoon, although the daytime high officially will be 29 degrees because that happened just after midnight. And wind chills throughout the day have been hovering right around zero. Now, as we take a live look right now from Honda of Lincoln, you can see we've got clouds. These are beginning to depart. As we look off to the right, this is now looking more westward, and we have just a few high, thin cirrus clouds out there. You can see that as well from I-80 and 56th Street on the north side of town. You can see clouds are quickly beginning to depart, and that'll help us a little bit this evening in one way, but temperature-wise, it's not going to help us because our temperatures are going to drop pretty quickly. Currently at 14 degrees at the airport. It's 14 degrees at East Campus as well as Southeast Community College. It's a little cooler on the south side of town along Yankee Hill Drive. Further to the south, it's 15 degrees in Beatrice, 13 in Fairbury, 12 in York, 11 in Columbus, and 14 out towards the Tri-Cities as well as Aurora. Now, temperature changed from 24 hours ago. Remember yesterday we hit 61 degrees? It's not the case today. We're running 35 to as much as 45 degrees cooler than 24 hours ago. And back last hour, in some spots, it was as much as 48 degrees colder. Now, winds are still gusting out of the north, 20 to 30 miles per hour. That is giving us wind chill values right now. It feels like it's 3 below in Lincoln. It feels like it's 5 below in Wahoo, 6 below in York, as well as in Columbus, 1 below for those of you in Beatrice, and it feels like it's 4 degrees below zero in Hastings. Now, as we mentioned, the clouds are beginning to depart. We are starting to see clear skies moving into the northeastern corner of the state, and I think we'll see enough clearing to be able to see the International Space Station if you want to get bundled up to go outside. It will be visible for 6 minutes starting at 6:10 this evening. It'll enter from the south-southwest and then exit off to the east-northeast. So again, at 6:10 this evening, bundle up. You can see at 6 o'clock, these are looking at wind chill values. We're going to be seeing wind chills below zero for most locations. We'll clear out overnight. Our temperatures will continue to drop. The air temperature is likely to drop to 5 degrees below zero in Lincoln. By 10 o'clock tonight, we'll see our wind chill values anywhere between 5 below and 10 degrees below zero, and that will continue dropping from there. Now, there's not going to be a lot of wind tonight. Northerly winds 3 to 5 miles per hour, but because the air temperatures can be so cold, we could easily see wind chill values dropping to 13 to maybe even 15 degrees below zero. So the actual air temperature tomorrow morning, we're talking a low of 5 degrees below zero, 6 below in New York, and 6 below in Columbus. Now, this is looking at air temperatures for tomorrow. We're going to see sunny skies as we go throughout the day tomorrow. Perhaps a few more clouds out towards the Tri-Cities, but by noon, temperatures will be just into this double digits. So we head towards the afternoon, well, temperatures will likely be a degree or two cooler than today. I'm forecasting high temperatures from the upper teens to near 20 degrees, 18 in Lincoln, 20 degrees in Fairbury, and 20 degrees in Hebron. 7-day forecast shows down to 2 below Friday morning. But then we start to warm things back up. Clouds will be on the increase through the day on Friday, a high of 31. 38 degrees by Saturday, 44 degrees for the second half of the weekend. Maybe some flurries coming in on Monday. And then early next week, we'll see some sunshine, but colder air once again coming in. A high of 18 Tuesday, 6 below Wednesday morning, and then back up into the 40s for the end of next week.
At least the cold snap doesn't last too long.
Now, and here's the other thing. If we had snow on the ground, we could probably knock another 10 degrees off the temperatures we've got right now. So the good news is we don't have a big snowpack on the ground.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much, John. Well, another down day on Wall Street today. The Dow falling 340 points. NASDAQ dropped 167. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
Tonight, after the powerful testimonies,
get to the bottom.
And finally tonight, Oscar Meyer debuts a Baloney beauty mask.
And an Italian villa described as a wonder of the world is up for grabs. Here's tonight's Take a Look at This.
My Baloney has a first name, it's oh my god, what is that? That, my friends, is the new Baloney beauty face mask from the meat-making mad scientists at Oscar Meyer, because evidently, this is a thing that we needed. The mask is made from witch hazel botanicals and seaweed-derived ingredients and boasts real hydration and rejuvenation, but thankfully, no real baloney, so do not eat. This bizarre beauty regimen is a skin therapy throwback for anyone who ever cut eye holes in their baloney and wore it on their face. Guilty as charged. Still, while Oscar Meyer's mask may refresh your skin, chances are you'll look less like this and more like this.
Oh my God.
From something nobody needed to something apparently nobody wanted. A lavish Italian villa, once dubbed one of the wonders of the world, hit the auction block recently where it received no bids. It may have had something to do with the property's $547 million starting bid. An inheritance dispute forced the sale of the 16th century villa, which boasts sprawling gardens and an historic art collection, including the world's only ceiling mural painted by Caravaggio. That painting alone is valued at over $350 million. If you're watching this and are interested in buying the villa, A, shouldn't you be on a throne somewhere? And B, fear not. Another round of bidding is planned for April 7th and at a discounted price. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Our weatherman has a first name. It's John. All I could come up with.
Kind of falls off there at the end, but A for effort on that one.
Thank you.
Hey, this evening temperatures will be cooling off pretty quickly. It's already cold out there, but 10 degrees by 8 o'clock, 8 degrees by 10. No, by morning, we're likely to see air temperatures down to about 5 degrees below zero and wind chills as much as 15 degrees below zero.
There is never a dull day with these two. It's great working with you guys. Thank you all for being here.
See you back here at 6.
Closed caption.